Right now, how many Black Sabbath fans have we got out there, or Ozzy Osbourne fans? So what I'm going to do, I've pulled up Spotify and I've got their most popular 5 riffs, and I'm going to play them and just have a little chat about Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne. Was you a fan? Do you think that was overrated? Do you think they were great? Be good to hear all your comments down below. Little story today before I play these riffs, because when I play the riffs, I'm going to break them down, what scale they're using and stuff like that, which makes it a little bit more interesting. So I was down the gym the other day, and there was a bloke in here, and he said, "Did you hear Ozzy Osbourne died?" I said, yeah. He said, "Oh, I thought Sabbath, didn't really like them. I don't think they've done much." He said, "I thought the bands after were better." I said, "Yeah," I said, "that's a progression." I said, but for me, Sabbath were the birth of metal, or heavy metal, whatever you want to call it. Zeppelin was my favourite rock band, I think. I mean, there's some other close ones. But I said that to me, with the sound they got, they was like heavy metal. I mean, my dad didn't rate Sabbath either. And he said, "Oh, I think the Kinks invented heavy metal. Have you really got me?" And we sit all day and night. And I said, "Nah, I don't think so. But I used power chords, I suppose, and they were heavier than what was out at the time. So that's not your opinion." So I got the SG. So I'm just going to play through a few of their riffs. And the first one we got up on this is Paranoid. Can't stop it. Here we go. So basically, you can play this in a few different places using a power chord, and then it's just hammering on the note there, look. And then it's just a series of hammers, look, going. So that's a good little exercise as well if you want, just for warming up your fingers. And that's using the pentatonic scale. You can even play it here on a 7th fret, the same thing, like. Sounds like to me he's playing it there because the strings are thinner, these are thicker. There's only a slight difference, but if any of you know better, let us know. So that is Paranoid, and what he's doing there is using a pentatonic scale and a power chord. So that comes from that first pentatonic shape in the key of E minor. And there's a story about the guitarist of Black Sabbath. I think this is true. On his last day, when he was working, he used to work in like a metalworks factory, and they was going to sign their record deal, I think, that week or something close to that. He chopped the ends of his fingers off his hand, and he thought, "There's no way I'm staying here working." So he reckons he invented plastic surgery. He made little plastic caps and stuck them onto the end of his fingers. So check it out, a bit more of that story. Right, so that's Paranoid. Iron Man. Get another coffee. I mean, my dad thinks this song's crap. Yeah, my dad said, "I heard Iron Man for the first time." My dad's 75. I heard it, I don't know, 25 years ago, I reckon. He said, "What a load of rubbish." I said, "That's a great tune." Same thing again, down to opinion. Even though a lot of the music my dad listened to I like. So what's he doing now? Very clever. He's got a couple of fingers on now and he's bending behind a note. So you get this. Hear that? So that gives it that sound. Then you've got the main riff, power chord again. Look. I think that's a cool riff, iconic. Power chords all the way. This is the main riff. There's other riffs in the song as well, but we're not breaking them all down. But the main one that everyone knows. If you have trouble sliding around on it, imagine you're ice skating or roller skating. You don't want to take your fingers off, but you want to just release the pressure as you move. Look. So that's Iron Man, which I think is a good one. Next we have War Pigs, which is number 3. So this starts off in E. You can play this. Well, it's got the lower E string droning, so you've got this kind of sound. I don't know if I can see it again as it comes in. Just got to move that back. It's only 2 notes there. Then a solo note. So we've got 2 E's. We've got the open E and the E there. Look. Try that again, so look. It's just kind of E mixolydian at the moment, I think. Then goes. Then we go. So just using these top 2 strings, so look. I'll play a version of it in a minute. Oh look. Back to. So basically we've got this. So then that gives me ideas for my own, writing my own riff. So if you play the E scale on that 5th string, you've got that. Sorry, that's my alarm keep going off. I forgot to turn it off. So basically what I was saying is you could then use that as an idea to come up with your own riffs. So you've got this E note as a pedal tone. Look. Playing them 2 notes. Right, so that's War Pigs, then we've got NIB. I don't know what that stands for, does anyone know? Oh, I know this one. Bass guitar, that is. But we're looking for the main riff when it comes in. He's improvising that. Then we got. So we went in E again, probably because they didn't think of tuning it down any lower to get out of your sound. And you think about it, as time's gone on, they've just tuned these strings lower and lower to make it sound heavy. So look. So what we got there, power chord again. So basically we got, I mean, he could even be playing out. Power chords again in the key of E minor. Sliding up to an F sharp as well, look. There we go. Right, that's interesting. So what he's doing is that he's playing a riff, then each time in the E minor pentatonic scale he's doing a little riff, and you could do this to get your practice going. So look. So you can use it as a little tool for practicing improvising your own licks around a riff. So that was NIB. I don't know what it stands for. So the next one is, last one, it's number 5 now. I ain't playing. Oh, we're in a different key. To me, that's where the gallop comes from. With Iron Maiden, like Iron Maiden have got a thing they use called the gallop when they're playing. But that is, you can hear it. That's them. That's Black Sabbath. C sharp. I mean, have they tuned down now, don't they? Look, so you got this power chord again. It's called Children of the Grave. I think it might have actually tuned down there as well, because that sounds very low, that C sharp note, because we've just got so I can't be bothered to tune the whole guitar. And then we got see that riff again. So you got down to the A, look. So that's like the main riff at the end. So you got like, that sound like they've tuned the guitar to C sharp, look. One more time, so we've got that one. So that's the gallop, really, Iron Maiden. quite cool. So anyway, they are the top Spotify riffs on Black Sabbath on Spotify. So have a little play around. And sometimes when you want to get into a band or learn their style, just learn the top 5 ones, and that'll give you, what's it called, the DNA, I suppose, of what they're about. Because a band, an iconic band, have created a sound. Any band, if you listen to a band, there's certain ingredients they use which make their sound, and it's just dissecting it. So you've just got to know how to do it. Obviously, it's a lot easier said than done. So yeah, power chords, pentatonic scale and the blues scale. Got the gallop, palm mute in the back, Marshall sound. Don't need it, SG, but anything like that. And then yeah, just do it like that. All right then. See you later. Bye.